NERDSoul.
Jenna James in the house. What up? What up? So that is, of course, KRS-One, Return of the Boom Bap. We really love it. But we got some hip hop news.
Oh, dude. Is it hip hop news, really?
Yes. Hip hop has shown out since we last met. Since we last spoke.
No.
Hip hop was acting
Monday? Or Wednesday we met.
It was Wednesday. Since Wednesday, hip hop been acting up. All right? Hip hop been acting stupid. All right? So
maybe we could blame the people, but we don't want to blame the hip hop itself.
Hip hop is not some giant living in the hillside.
Yeah, no, the people
coming town to visit
the people that say
people.
They're doing hip hop are acting stupid.
We are hip hop. Me, you, everybody.
But I'm not blaming hip hop for the stupidity.
Because hip hop is going where we going. You know what I'm saying?
Hip hop smoked out, then we smoked out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We doing all right, it's gonna be doing all right.
Hip hop leaned out, but then we leaned out.
We leaned out. So first on the docket, the one, the only, Meg Thee Stallion.
Other than Busy Bone? Where Busy Bone?
Meg Thee Stallion, in an article by Slate.
Can we just call her Megan?
Well, I mean, Megan.
For the full name though.
Or MTS. That's short.
No. Just Megan.
Just Megan.
Like when you say hip hop, we know, hey, Meg or Megan.
Right. Megan.
The Stallion probably got a problem with still.
All right. Anyway,
the connotations that just don't seem right to me.
Look, all right. So anyway, with Meg, in an article by Slate, it says Megan Thee Stallion is suing ex-MLB outfielder Crawford for burdening her with a rotten contract. The retired All-Star was once the underpaid talent fighting management for a better deal. Funny how things change. And then in the article, it goes on to say Houston-based rapper Meg Thee Stallion, who had breakout in 2019 with her debut album Fever, and was the progenitor of the nationwide sensation known as Hot Girl Summer, has found herself at the mercy of a crummy contract that she signed with a record label earlier in her career. Now 25, she's using the legal route to fight back. This is a familiar problem in the music industry, as up-and-coming artists often agree to terms that are more than management friendly. But what's interesting about this specific case is the well-known former baseball player on the other side of that battle. And it goes on to
his hair situation on his face, though. But yeah, continue on with the story.
Oh boy! So I
got something to say about that. We'll table that talk about the issue first.
So it says in an interview for the March issue of Rolling Stone, Megan mentioned that she hoped to release Sugar, her second album, sometime this spring, but on Sunday, she said in an Instagram live video that a contract dispute with the record label 1501 Certified Entertainment has virtually prevented her from releasing any new music for the time being. TMZ reported Monday night that Megan had filed suit against 1501, as well as its CEO, Crawford, the former outfielder and speedster for the Tampa Bay Rays and Los Angeles Dodgers.
And like a million other teams, but yeah.
Yeah, he's played for a couple of teams.
I follow his career. I know who he is.
The article goes on to like outline kind of like some issues that she had with him personally, issues that she had with the contract. It goes on to name like people like Jay Prince. Of course, we know that Roc Nation manages her, which is, go ahead.
We got a shout out. We got Khadijah in the building.
Khadijah from Flavor. What up? It's nice to see your sunshiny face.
What up?
We love Khadijah up in here.
Yeah. So she's in the. So what's the contract? What's the bad part about the contract?
The bad part about the contract is that
everything you do, basically. That's what it said.
The contract. What she was stating is that the label is 60-40 the label's way, and that the label, I believe, gets most or all of her live performances.
That's weird.
That's at least from the live and what people like Slate are reporting. It goes on. Let me see if they actually say the percentage here. Let's see. It doesn't give the exact percentage in here. Oh, hold on. A day later, Megan sued 1501 and Crawford for at least $1 million in damages. As TMZ describes, the lawsuit claims the deal gives the rapper 40% of her recording income, and that's before she pays everyone who works on her songs.
Yeah.
The suit also claims that the label has been purposefully and deceptively vague in paying her out, and that Crawford has used his friendship with Prince, J. Prince, who is not officially part of 1501, as a crudgel to get what he wants.
Crudgel, that's an interesting word. I like it.
Slate getting smart.
Crudgel.
Right? In a more immediate victory, Megan was granted temporary restraining order that will allow her to release new music by the end of this week. A representative for Megan declined to comment on the matter. 1501 said Crawford was open to commenting Tuesday morning, but never followed up after multiple replies. So this is kind of a mess, and a lot of people are. There's people on both sides. We got a couple of folks in the chat real quick I want to holler at. Jenna James says, love Meg for repping TX, but that's why you got to read all the contract details. Too many of these young artists just want to get the bag, but don't read or think about the long-term effects. Panda says, the Meg situation is really just a lack of guidance. She thought she was being played by 1501. Leor, the Cowardly Lion, and Jay got in her ear. And then, of course, Jenna James says, facts is just shady all around. And then she goes on to say, I thought she was the one of the smart ones too. She actually went to school and was/is on track for her master's/bachelor's degree. Yeah, shake my effing head.
But being smart got nothing to do with contracts. Contract can be somewhere. I'll let you know right now. So I recently had a contract.
Yeah.
It was can't tell you who again.
Yeah, you can't.
NDA and everything.
Yeah, NDA. You can't say nothing.
It was 9 pages long.
A baby flex, though.
It was 9 pages long.
Yeah.
I can read that. I can understand 9 pages. Yo.
Yeah.
I previously had a contract 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was 23 pages, y'all.
Wow.
At the time, my brain wasn't functioning correctly, so I said, you know what? I'm going to hire a lawyer.
Yeah.
Now, but that is great. And people probably hire a lawyer all the time, right?
Yeah.
Now, the trust is the problem.
Yeah, because see, you have to know that lawyer is looking out for you.
And has your best interest.
Yes. So, because that lawyer doesn't always have to have your best interest.
For example, my lawyer, he was like, you should ask for more money. He ain't my business lawyer. He ain't my manager and all like that.
Yeah.
But he said I should ask for money because it says blah, 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 blah. I said, oh, yeah, you're right. That makes sense. That means he's looking out for me. I didn't even ask him to do that. I said, just look over and make sure there ain't nothing crazy on it. And he said, oh, maybe you should ask for more money. So I went to them, and they said, oh, no, that's not the deal. So they cleared it up, so things got cleared.
Yeah.
And once it was clear, and it was, because in the contract it was somewhat vague. What you have your lawyer there for is to clean up all that vagueness. Contracts
are always intentionally vague, especially dealing with like corporate lawyers. And in many cases, when it comes to record labels, you're dealing with like corporate lawyers. I did want to touch on the statement from Jenna James talking about Leor and Jay, meaning Jay-Z, getting in her ear.
Not Jay Electronica.
Not Jay Electronica.
Because the album should be coming soon.
Yes. It has been well documented that Jay-Z, when it comes to managing artists, finds ways to create conflict between an artist and their label.
And their label, not
their label. Not Roc Nation. He's managing. Roc Nation management. What? So, and the contract from what Crawford, his response, and they didn't have his response in here. Yeah. And I'll look and see if I can find the response. But Crawford's basic response was like, yo, we're not stopping her from releasing anything. Like, we're not blocking her. We're not, and this isn't what the contract says. And like, basically, what it seems from his end is Jay-Z or Leo Cohen, someone found like this small, minute thing in the contract and made it look bigger than it was, even when 1501 wasn't exploiting that part of the contract.
But what's the part about the performing part? That's the part that's like, is that true? Is that what's in the contract? Is that what it says is in the contract?
For that, they haven't released the contract to be read. But she said, as soon as soon as I said I want to renegotiate my contract, everything went left. It all just went bad. It all went left. So now they telling me, well, she didn't say those words, but now they telling me that she can't drop no music. It's really just like a greedy game. Well, in this case, it's not particularly, they're doing what they're technically supposed to do. Like, if you haven't served out your contract, you can't renegotiate the contract that you're in most cases. You know what I'm saying? But from where Crawford is sitting, it seems from his response, and it's not in here, he probably responded after this article was written, but from his response, it's like they found a part of the contract that 1501 wasn't really using, but they made it seem like 1501 was going to use it, and, you know, kind of pushed Meg to do the suing and all this stuff, which kind of egged this on, if you will. And
I don't know.
You know,
it's a bunch of he say, she say, she say, he say, he say.
And this is one of those things where I think y'all need to just let the lawyers handle it, and instead of doing like Instagram stuff. But big shout out to Panda.
How about this, y'all? Only do Instagram stuff unless you're Mace. He has a right to because he been holding his tongue for a long time.
And he works for the Lord.
But he been holding his tongue for a long time.
Yeah.
Because these are things I didn't know.
Yeah, true that.
So I was very happy that Mace. This is a good use of the social media. That is the perfect use of social media.
Word.
Don't be out there talking this and that and he say, she say, unless you have things actually concrete and what's actually said and what's not.
You know what's going on.
Then you get people to start talking like us talking about it, and I feel like I got half information.
Yeah, because
I feel like I can't really comment
because
fully.
She's not giving us everything, and we don't have the contract to read. And I mean, of course, it would make sense for them to not release the contract, but I mean, you know, for us to read, because it's like, you know, it's not our business really.
Well, I like it just. I don't know. More things. This is one of the things like I'll wait for the dust to settle on that one.
Yeah.
Because it just sounds like it's going to be in the courts for 2 years.
Yeah. And Panda says, I don't think the Meg contract was that bad with 1501 per industry standard of a 360 deal. I think things went south for her when she signed on 300 and Roc Nation. Yeah. There's and Haas just said, "Oh Lord, Crawford."
But the thing is, I think. Like signing onto all the different things, it's like you just adding more people to the
you are
of your own pie.
Yeah, because you're signing on to 300, which is Leo Cohen, and then signing on to Roc Nation, and then like all these people are getting pieces of your cash.
Yeah, so by the time you're basically it's a pyramid scheme. You're at the bottom of the pyramid still, even though you should be in the middle.
Ooh, Arkham James Jr. Variety says.
Oh, that's a new name, Arkham James Jr.
Arkham's been in here.
Oh, I've never heard that name before. Up in here.
Yeah.
Up in here.
So Arkham James,
that's
welcome.
That's an ill name. I would definitely remember that name, Arkham James. That's an ill name.
Arkham James Jr. sound like a black deacon in Gotham.
No, it sounds like what the name of the Black James Bond Jr. character should have been called. Arkham James Jr.
Nice.
Boom.
But he says Variety's article title says 1501's Carl Crawford on Megan Thee Stallion, quote, Roc Nation tried to cut me out of the deal. Yeah, and that, you know, Jay-Z, this ain't the first time Jay-Z has
so Roc Nation tried to cut her out of the deal?
Cut Crawford out of the deal.
Oh.
And this isn't the first time Roc Nation
over her deal, like what?
Or kind of like take her out of his deal so they could, I guess, run it or whatever. But this isn't the first time. Like Roc Nation has gotten close to a lot of artists.
They fighting for the artists, man. It's the one management label that's fighting for the artists.
Yeah, but
they ain't causing no trouble. They're not troublemakers. They're not troublemakers.
Anyway, guys, of course, we'll keep seeing how this goes, but hopefully they just let the lawyers fight this out because, you know, the Instagram and all that stuff, that's craziness to me. And it's not going to help if you ever have to go to a court of law because people are going to be like, yo, this is exhibit A. So you don't want to do that. You want to have the lawyers mediate, do whatever they need to do. And then you just yay or nay. And then you have the deal that you have. You know what I'm saying? This is just how it is.
Instagram just closing up on me now. It's like Instagram, like nah. You know, maybe I'm gonna stop lying.
Arkham James said Drake got caught dating Melissa Ford and Takara Jones at the same time.
Is that recent? That's new news?
I guess this is new news. Fillmore Pockets, what up, what up?
Fillmore, another name is another
Fillmore
good name.
Pockets said
Fillmore
Roc
Pockets
Nation
are
is
fire.
Meg's new management. They probably want a bigger slice of the money from the deals they get her. That could be. I mean, that could be another thing.
I understand the interest of all the parties, like,
because the management is like, you need more money.
Yeah,
look at this because you get more money, we get more money,
and that means
and we
more
get
money,
more money, more money.
That's what that means. I understand.
Yada yada me.
Yeah, yada yada
me. So anyway, that's case closed on Megan for now. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you know, they work it all out and ain't nobody got no problem.